Hello and welcome back to the Grand Tour game. And in this one, we're gonna continue with episode 4. So let's begin.
Coming up in this week's show, Abby is sideways on ice in a 911 Turbo. Richard drives Jim Clark's beautiful Lotus 25, and I nearly fall over.
No, it isn't. There is one French maker that's been consistently good at making sports cars, and they've made a new one, and I've been testing it.
Okay.
It's called the A110, and it's made by Alpine, a French sports car firm who have a history of hitting the spot. The original A110, for example, won the World Rally Championship in 1973. And it's that car that gives the new one not only its name, but also its looks.
So, what we have here is a small, pure, no-nonsense sports car aimed squarely at the Porsche Cayman and the Audi TT.
Okay, let's do this. Ooh, it's backwards. But that doesn't matter.
The A110 is in fact a mid-engine, rear-drive sports car designed from scratch on a clean sheet of paper.
Okay.
This whole lightness and smallness thing cascades down in a sort of waterfall of pure joy.
Come on, James. Let's show that the French can do some good sports cars. Yes. Well.
Oh no!
I don't know. I always mess up. I don't know why, but I do. But let's do this. It's not so far. Come on.
The body and the chassis
Yes!
are made entirely of aluminium, and the reason for that is simple. It's lightness. And from that starting point, the Alpine engineers nerded their way through the rest of the car and shaved off every spare gram they could find. So, thanks to Alpine's fanatical diet regime, this car is 300 kilos lighter than a Cayman or an Audi TT. And that has a profound effect. 0 to 60, 4.5 seconds.
That's not bad.
Top speed limited to 155 miles an hour. And then, when you get to a corner, you find out just how agile this thing is. It's like driving a
It's
feather.
having fun. Let's see if we can have some fun.
Go!
With some
The seats
drifting.
are half the weight of the ones you'll find in any hot Renault. The handbrake is built into the main calipers, rather than being separate, saving another 2.5 kilos. Even the stereo is a bespoke, lightweight design. This is just brilliant.
Yes, it is.
Full throttle.
Come on, James.
Yay.
Whoops. Sorry.
But even though the A110 is built to minimalist principles, you never feel like you're in some miserable Spartan track day car. It has aircon, sat-nav, phone connectivity, all the modern things you want.
But now let's see how fast it goes round the Ebola drone, shall we?
Yes, let's find out. Let's show all the people that French, they can do some sports cars. Maybe. Oh, that was nice. Well, not so much, but we'll take it. We'll take it, yes. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, it's looking good. Just 2 corners to go. And we're home.
Cross the line.
Oh yes.
Very good. Good driving. Good form. Right. Right, let's see where it goes on our lap board. Will it go in the top 10? Oh dear, no it doesn't.
Well, it's not bad.
Mate, that is dismal for a mid-engine car.
It beat the M5 and M3.
Like lap times. I've told you before, he who is first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Yes, but it's 15th.
It is, yeah, it is.
So,
There's a new off-road four-wheel drive Lamborghini. It's called the Urus, and to find out if it's any good, I took the Grand Tour to Sweden, armed
Sweden.
with some questions.
Here's my first big question. If you build a car to tackle terrain like this, can it still be a proper Lambo?
Let's find out.
Well, the Urus certainly looks like a jacked-up supercar. With its swivel-eyed styling, it appears to be every inch a Lamborghini. But is it?
You tell me. Here we go. Let's see what this thing can do.
Those turbochargers may be a little bit annoying on the road, but here they're giving them the low-down torque that I need to get up this hill.
That's good. Always something. Oops.
Drive carefully.
Carefully. Let's pin it. Oops. Not like that. You and me, Clarkson. We can do this. I think. Yes, we can. Just floor it.
Keep going.
Oops. Oops. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Won't do it again. Well, I can promise that. Just take it as it comes. Whee! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can't see nothing. And done.
This is the first Lamborghini to use turbocharging and the first to have an automatic gearbox. And what that combination means is there's a very slight and rather un-Lamborghini-ish gap between putting your foot down and it getting going.
Yeah.
So, it's quiet and a bit hesitant. And it has snazzy diffs and a clever traction control system. And the biggest carbon brakes ever fitted to a road car. So it's safe as well.
However, there's no getting around the fact that I'm currently driving on snow and ice in a car that has 641 horsepower rampaging around underneath its bonnet.
Which means that actually, it's not that safe at all.
Yeah, let's find that out. Let's find out. So, no crashing. We can do that. We can prove that this car is safe to drive. So just relax, cruise, take a deep breath and take in the scenery. And do not crash. And we are golden, I think. So I think this is a safe car. You see? It's nice, easy, fun to drive. You can drive while you look at the sceneries and enjoy life and a nice cruise with your car on some snow and icy roads. It's an SUV, so it's kinda needs this. Oh, it's nice. Just look at this. All the snow, the ice lake, and a beautiful car. That's good. Look!
This car then, it sits
Safe!
right at the moment where excitement stops and terror begins.
That is Lambo land, that is. Shit. And this is what we have planned.
I'm going to try and overtake this. A four-wheel drive Porsche 911 Turbo, which is being driven by the Grand Tour's racing driver, Abby Eaton.
Have you seen this crack?
I hadn't noticed that before.
Look at the state of this.
You're the heavier car, aren't you?
That's 2.4 tons, and I weigh half a ton. Are you not worried about that?
I haven't got my seatbelt on, so if it goes under, I can get out straight away.
Seriously?
Yep.
Good point.
But would it be good enough to get past Abby in that Porsche?
Yes, it is.
There she is. There she is.
Let's catch her.
The
Ding,
bell
ding,
has
ding.
sounded. The race
Round
is
one.
on.
Now we'd find out what's what on our specially designed track.
Let's do this.
Go.
Let's catch that Porsche.
To make this car, Lambo's engineers had a good rummage in Volkswagen's parts bin. So the engine, a 4-litre V8, is from a Porsche Panamera. The rear axle and air suspension is from a Bentley Bentayga. The platform on which
little
it
blue
sits
car.
and a lot of the dashboard is from Audi.
I like the color.
A7. So there's
Blue
no
and yellow. And they're in
This
Sweden.
isn't really
Perfect
about
match.
you at all. Now we go on to the really fast bit.
Well, she's fast. But I will not give up.
Straight.
Can smell that Porsche from here.
Oh, dearie me.
Oops, too much.
Look at my foot pinned to the floor.
Yes, me too. No, screwed up. She's fast.
Come on, you can have her! Come on!
Frame of mind, I'd like to move things on now with a brief history lesson.
History with Hammond. Nice.
On April the 7th, 1968, a racing driver was killed in a Formula 2 race in Hockenheim, Germany. Sadly, the driver's death was not a surprising occurrence, because such was the danger of the sport back then. He was one of 127 racing drivers who would die at the wheel that year alone. Having cut his teeth in sports car racing in the late 50s, Clark's speed and talent was spotted by Lotus boss Colin Chapman, who signed him for his Formula One team in 1960. Clark soon set the motorsport world alight, especially in this car. The Lotus 25. In which, in 1963, he won his first F1 World Championship.
Oh my God! I am sitting where Jim Clark sat!
Okay, Hammond. Let's not crash this one. Let's do this together and keep the car safe. That's how we do it. Nice and smooth.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
Here we go. That could be better, but as long as we do not crash, I'm happy. Let's go, go, go.
Oh, for God's sake!
I did not do that.
Electrifying! These were not powerful cars. They only made 210 brake horsepower for 1.5 litres, but they were still good for 180 miles an hour. Oh!
Black and white. Old school. Very old school. Oop. But I think we can do it. Well, not the greatest.
Come on, come on, come on. This is dangerous because of you.
Because of me, I'm safe. Okay, you may be right. Yeah.
This really is time to play.
Okay, just 2 more corners, and we'll go low.
And in the 1963 season, Clark used it to win a record 7 out of the 10 Grand Prix.
Winner is Jim Clark. Nobody could possibly catch him now.
But 1963 was just a warm-up for what was to come. To get a true picture of Clark's genius, we must look at another year, 1965, when he hit heights no driver had reached before, or has done since.
A modern Formula One driver does 21 races a year and often complains that's too many. In 1965, Jim Clark raced in 63 races. Some of these cars look similar, but they are all completely different. In a car like this, he'd do Formula One Championship. He raced in the British Formula 2 Championship and the French Formula 2 Championship in this car. He raced in the Tasman Series, a sort of Australian Grand Prix for Down Under, in this car. And then there's this Lotus Cortina, in which he decided to race in touring cars. And then if all that wasn't enough, he decided to go for the Indy 500.
First up was the Tasman Series in Australasia. Out of the 15 races, Clark won 11 and took the crown. Then it was back to Europe for the British and French Formula 2 Championships, both of which he won.
Jim Clark led from the start. Winner is Jim Clark.
And in between the F2 races, he was jumping into his Lotus Cortina and racking up touring car victories.
That's impressive.
Again. Now this bit is really scary. Come on, come on, come on.
This looks like
Oh my God.
their own celebrity track. Yes, it has to be. Yes it is. I remember it. Oh, I missed the series. Please bring it back. We miss you all.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. Okay, last lap. Let's do this.
Watch this.
I'm watching.
Oh God.
Well, you do what you can.
And on top of all that, there was America.
The Indianapolis 500 has been called the greatest spectacle in racing.
America's most prestigious race would be a tough challenge.
Boom.
Oval racing at higher average speeds than he was used to, against seasoned Indy veterans. For the Indy 500, Clark raced a specially developed Lotus producing just shy of 500 horsepower. However, although he already had a Formula One world title to his name, the Scotsman's CV cut no ice with the sniffy Indy officials, who made the upstart from across the pond take a rookie driving test before he could compete.
Go, go, go! Let's pin it and keep it up here and we will be good. I think. Maybe.
Come on, come on, come on.
I'm not an oval fan, so I don't know. Ooh. Well, that sun is blinding. Let's keep it.
Give me everything you've
I'm giving all you got. I got. The car got. I'm giving it all. Choom!
Come Indy weekend, the upstart from across the pond qualified on the front row. And then, in the race itself, Clark, up against America's finest oval racers, won by just over 2 minutes.
That's nice.
Jim Clark, first European to win at Indianapolis since 1916, set a new record of 150.686 miles per hour.
So, precision. That's not my specialty, but I will give it a go. Oh, what do you say, Hammond? You with me? Good to know.
Time to play.
Oops, that was a close one. We can do this. Just nice and easy. Just need to watch out for my corner, where I always drive off. Take it a little slower. Turn and turn. That's nice. Oops. Clean me fighting machine. Oops. Riding the curb. Yes.
Besides a supernatural ability to coax speed out of the car, Clark also possessed another vital skill. Career. He had racked up some truly incredible achievements.
In Formula One, he won 25 of his 73 races, which in percentage terms puts him way ahead of Hamilton, Vettel and even Schumacher. In pole positions, he had 33, which again in percentage terms makes him second best of all time, just behind Fangio.
All of that's amazing. What I find truly amazing is how many championships he took part in. I mean, can you imagine Lewis Hamilton getting out of his Formula One car and saying, I haven't got time for any interviews because I've got to go off and do a touring car race? Just wouldn't.
And he did. The other thing that's worth remembering is back in the early 60s, if you went to Australia, if you flew to Australia, that meant 8 stops. Yeah. And there were no flatbed, there weren't even any movies.
Yeah, and let's not forget, he'd get off that aeroplane, do a race, win it, obviously, then get on another aeroplane straight away to France to win a race there.
No, it is astonishing. I mean, everybody has a favourite racing driver. I'm sure everybody here does as well. It's, you know, it's the Senna, Schumacher, Villeneuve, Romain Grosjean, Fangio. But if you use maths to measure a driver's greatness, you have to conclude it was Jim Clark. Good night.
Okay, and it's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!